Tomorrow is Remembrance Day in the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth countries. And it is also Veterans Day here in the United States. And today, we honor those that are still with us in service actively and those that are not. Behind us are the flags of our fathers, who we honor. I have my grandfather, U.S. Navy, and my dad, United States Marines.
And I have my stepfather, U.S. Army.
And these aren't just flags in remembrance. They are our hearts, our pride, legacy that has been passed down, that of serving one's country, that of taking on a duty that it just doesn't always make sense, I guess. War is nothing anyone wants in this world. These poppies we wear in remembrance of soldiers all over, our allied soldiers, Canadians, New Zealand, Australia, etc. There's too many. And the purple ones in honor of the animals, the brave animals that fought right next to them. In a world that is so divided, we hope that you'll take time to think about the life behind what these poppies represent, what these flags represent. People, real men and women who answered the call, who put their lives on the line to protect myself, to protect you, every single day. No matter what's going on in the world, they're the ones that keep us safe. They're the ones that say, you know what? I will stand and defend the people I love in my country and people I don't even know in the other countries. And that is the ultimate sacrifice. That is bravery, and that should be celebrated. And no political protestings and anything like that, and I am saying this on this channel that I never do, should occur when it's thinking about those who have put their life on the line to protect us, to serve us. God bless you for doing so. We love you, not just speaking for myself here.
Absolutely, you're not.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show. Thank you for all of those great words. I know I don't always have the right words on here, but we talk quite a lot.
You do have the right words.
Occasionally, but you're really good at getting it out there. So thank you for helping to share my thoughts, my feelings when I can't do it. So thank you.
So today is one of two Remembrance Day episodes that we're going to be doing because this is Friday, and Remembrance Day is actually tomorrow. We're here, of course, Veterans Day. Mm-hmm. I'm really honored this year that on this Sunday, the 12th, my birthday happens to fall on Remembrance Sunday, which we don't actually have in the U.S., but hey, you know what? That's pretty cool. So I'm always happy to have it the day after Veterans Day, but pretty cool this year.
Absolutely.
We have two videos today to watch with you.
Mm-hmm. So stick with us till the end.
Absolutely. But before we do those, I want to share something very special with you. And that is a note that we received in our P.O. box just the other day, and it made us both smile.
It sure did.
It's from ear to ear, and I know you'll appreciate this too. And I hope that this gentleman is watching this episode. I really do. Because if he is, I'd like to say hello, a very special hello, to Patrick Malone.
Hello, Patrick.
Patrick, I hope you're watching. So we received this just the other day, and it starts off with greetings. May I firstly introduce myself. My name is Patrick Malone. I am 91 years old and widowed. I served for 37 years in the Royal Air Force and retired in the rank of warrant officer. I am a holder of the Royal Victorian Medal for service to the royal family. I have viewed many of your military-themed videos with much interest and note that you frequently ask questions about differentiating the various regiments of the Foot Guards of the Household Brigade. I hope the following information will be of use and interest. And it is awesome. He wrote everything out for us, which these are questions I've asked a lot, and I can't never remember them, but I'm going to study this and try to memorize it.
We're going to try to study it, try to memorize it, so hopefully we will be a little bit quicker on it.
Yes, but just the fact that this amazing veteran, 91 years old, 37 years service in the Royal Air Force, warrant officer, and holder of the Royal Victoria Medal, watches our show.
Incredible.
Sir, if you're watching, we are fans of you. So please know that. And thank you. Thank you from not just myself, but from the memories of my dad and my grandfather for your service.
Thank you for your service.
And we are honored again that you watch our show. So thank you for this. I will be studying this. Test me on it. Just not yet. I'm not ready yet. So today, we have 2 videos we put together, and we're interested in this. We've had a lot of people ask us to watch these, well, at least the one anyway. So the first video we have, it's called The Tower of London Poppies. So we've heard a little bit about this, but we've never seen it. We don't know that much. And that says, can you see that?
No.
Okay. I need some bifocals. Over 5 million people traveled from across the country and around the world to see the installation of ceramic poppies at the Tower of London. So that's the first video we'll be taking a look at. And then the second video is something I saw off to the side the other day. And I said, you know what? I want to make sure we check this out. It's very, very short. So please don't leave after the first video. Stick around for the second one. Now, I sent it to a couple people, and this is going to be some hardcore stuff, I was told. So anybody who might have PTSD or anything like that have been in the military, maybe don't watch it. Okay.
Good point.
So that is called What Soldiers Think About on Remembrance Day. And it says soldiers who served in times of war from the Second World War to Afghanistan. They explain what they think about during the 2-minute silence each year. That will be interesting. But again, maybe some of you may not want to watch that. So having said that, normally we'll jump in the video, and then this is a longer intro than normal, but I want to take about 20 seconds right now and have a moment of silence. Not just for those who are gone, and this may seem morbid, but for those who are here, for respect to you.
The ones serving.
So let's just bow our heads and take a moment of silence to those serving and those that we've lost. Family, friends, ancestors, in honor of all of you, all allied military of the United States of America. I hope that you joined us in that moment of silence. Okay, now it is time to watch The Tower of London Poppies. $888,000.
Wow.
246.
I was just in awe of how.
Look at those numbers.
That is incredible. And I didn't realize that they were ceramic poppies.
I didn't either. One poppy for each British and colonial fatality during the First World War.
Incredible.
Okay. I was just in awe of how many people were here. Honestly, it's just really nice to see the support from the whole city.
Such a lovely way to commemorate it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
Really moving.
It is very moving.
Tremendous.
Whether it's young people or old people, they've come in their hundreds, they've come in their thousands, and they've stood on the behind the railings, looking down into the moat, really from early in the morning until late at night. And I think why it's caught the imagination of the country is this particular number of 888,246. They fought in mass armies. but they were individual soldiers.
Yeah, man.
And each
Yeah.
poppy represents an individual life lost and a family shattered. I think people can understand that.
My son was in the army as well. He served in Ireland, he served in Bosnia, and when I see that, I'm just really, really grateful that he came back.
My mother's from Canada, and her, I believe, grandfather was a spy in the war, and so my mom wears a poppy every year. But
and that's what it's about. It's appreciation. It's always a little bit of appreciation. I mean, my father died from his injuries from the Second World War. My mum lost 4 brothers during the First World War too. So obviously that's where my passion comes from. But we're all in the same boat. If that 4 or 5 of us wasn't him, this wouldn't be London. So, and I love London.
And so I think it's become a kind of a place of pilgrimage, not just a place where you see this artwork, or not just a place of commemoration because it's here. It's just become a kind of national focus. It started us asking questions about who we are, what are we doing when we're commemorating, how warlike are we as a nation.
The thing about this is it reminds you that these people were human beings, just as you are a human being, just as the military personnel are human beings, and that you are a human being, just as the military.
Just look at that for a second. Like, that is killing me inside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just see poppies. I see people. I see soldiers.
Yeah, souls.
Sorry. I see husbands. I see sons.
Mm-hmm.
I see brothers. I see fathers.
Yeah.
I do. I'm picturing that. And I'm picturing the families who never got to see him again. We don't like war.
No.
We're not war people. You can love the military and not be a warmonger. And I think a lot of times people misunderstand that. I hate war. That's the result.
Mm-hmm.
That is that's a lot to take in. And it is beautiful. And I don't know what else to say about it right now. Sorry. This is a lot.
Personnel are human beings, and that interconnection, it's kind of everything. It breaks down the barriers of them versus us, or just a vast quantity of numbers. And I was at the closing sort of ceremony today, and the last poppy got put in, and by a little boy, and you think that's a life, and you look around, and there's more than 800,000 more lives, and it does hit you. Sometimes you look at the vastness of it, and it's beautiful but hard to comprehend. And then this one poppy goes down, and you think, okay, yeah, this is rather a lot.
We've had so many volunteers, so many people making the poppies, the whole of the Yeoman Water staff, the HRP staff, the number of people involved has been enormous, and I think unusually for a large artwork isn't then dominated by a single person or a single.
Go back to that.
Isn't then
coming out of like the window there.
That.
We've seen this a picture, and I always thought those were, like you said, I didn't know those were ceramic.
No. For some reason, I thought they were paper, but knowing that they're ceramic, that's even more incredible.
That is hauntingly beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry.
Dominated by a single person or a single ego of an artist. In a sense, though me and Paul treat ourselves and believe that we are artists and this is an artwork, because we've been very open about it, I think we've allowed so many other people into it to take ownership of it.
Nobody that you've met on the project has been a bad seed. It's been a bunch of love, a load of stories that you really love to hear.
I would love it if we had anybody that watches this show that was a volunteer. Please reach out if you were. Please.
That would be incredible.
That would be awesome. But yeah, I would. Oh my gosh, I would have been right there. Sign me up. Like that is excellent. It's amazing. I'm not. My adjectives have gone out of my head. I'm sorry, but that's just like, wow, to be able to say you were part of that at all. And if you attended, let us know too. I would
even go and see it.
Right.
I mean, that would have been an honor too.
I would have been right there. And you all know we would have been right there. Let me rewind that back just a minute.
It's been a bunch of love, a load of stories that you really love to hear, and just the community has come so. I'm from from US, and the UK spirit here has made me really proud that I moved here. I've been here 7 years, and I love the spirit of this project. It's just been amazing.
Yeah, I wish we had something like that.
People are able to bring their own family stories to it. Grandparents can explain to their grandchildren how they connect into this story of our nation.
You just have to remember, I mean, they gave their lives so that we can live in peace today, and you know, what greater gift can you give than your life?
I think it's very important to remember. I think it's a good thing because we're remembering people who've done something for us and who've lost their lives while doing that. And the least we can do, obviously, is remember them.
We've invited members of the public to send in the names of a loved one who lost their lives in the First World War. And we've read out about 200 every evening. And we've done that every evening from the 5th of August through until today. I read the last list at 11 o'clock on the 11th.
Lieutenant MJD's Victoria Cross, Royal Fusiliers.
The installation is going to live on in a new, different way in the next 4 years. You know, that there's the first thing, which is them all going out to the general public, the people who bought them, and them having their own kind of tiny fragment of the installation. And then there are the two sculptural pieces which have been kindly bought for the nation, and we can take.
Look at that! It's so beautiful.
It is absolutely stunning.
We do a lot in the way for our veterans in our country too. Nothing quite like that, and it is absolutely breathtaking.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't give enough respect, you know. But this is one doggone good way to do it.
To various different locations to create some new installations relating to new buildings or new landscapes that can create a different kind of narrative on a smaller scale. And then the fact those are going to the Imperial War Museum and will be there, you know, for a long time as a focus for commemoration.
I've just come out of the volunteers office, and there's what we call the measle map, which is a little red dot on every part of the map where the volunteers have come from, and it goes from Singapore to Iceland, from Guinea, Sierra Leone to the west coast of the United States. It's an absolutely incredible geographic spread, and I think that the names on the roll of honour every night have come from all over the Commonwealth countries, and then these poppies are going off around the world. And what we really want to happen is that we want to send these poppies home now. The soldiers never got to go home, but you know, a lot of them will.
They shall grow not old, as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them.
Amen.
One of the worst things was...
Oh, that's the next video.
We will remember them.
Amen.
I think that was just incredible. I mean, how genius was that of the artist that came up with that, to do that in commemoration.
How beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful. And just the way they did it, having volunteers come from literally all over the world, people from all over the world sending in names, and then reading them every night. I mean, that was just touching. And I didn't realize that they read the last name at 11 o'clock on the 11th. That was touching.
It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot to take in. That was beautiful. 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 I wish it was longer.
Mm-hmm.
Wish it was a lot longer when they showed a lot more. Wow. Okay, so this next video that's on the screen, I'm going to rewind that back just a little bit because we don't want to miss that. I already forgot the title of it, and if I minimize the screen, we'll lose the recording. What soldiers think about on Remembrance Day.
Mm-hmm.
As I said at the beginning of this video here, I sent this to a couple people, and it's very short. I think it's like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. It's kind of hardcore. So if anyone is watching that has been in combat and may struggle with PTSD or anything like that, maybe you shouldn't listen to this. We want to make sure we say that.
Yes, we want to put that out there.
Don't want to upset anybody in any way.
No.
But I want to hear this. It matters. What do they think about?
Mm-hmm.
It may not be comfortable, but it matters. So here we go.
We will remember them.
One of the worst things was a friend of mine, he was a lance corporal, and he got hit by some shrapnel from a bomb and blew both of his eyes clean out of his head. Thankfully for him, he died almost instantly, but it was terrible sights. I remember wading out up to my neck in water, still a few yards to go, so I swam for just a few yards. They had ropes hanging down from the ship. I got hold of a rope, was hauled on board. Next thing, I passed out.
We moved with 2 rifles in the morning, just before first light, and they were pretty much getting us onto target, and we were going to take over from there. And it was just before first light when an explosion took place. We heard a second explosion, and at that point now we realised that something had gone drastically wrong that morning. We then got called forward to the scene, if you will, and it's then where we saw exactly what had happened. And subsequently, unfortunately, one of the patrol had stood on an improvised explosive device, a pressure plate IED, and in doing so got quite badly injured. And when they were administering first aid, they put him onto a stretcher, and unfortunately one of the stretcher bearers stood on a second IED.
Are you kidding?
Unfortunately killing both of the stretcher bearers outright, and this guy was then injured furthermore.
We lost, if I'm correct, 19 guys in one helicopter accident there into the Atlantic, South Atlantic. A big chunk of our guys missing. I've had a lot of my friends that have been killed over the years in different conflicts, and you shouldn't ever forget that these people, when you stood there with your 2-minute silence in particular, is that these are the people who fought and died for this country. So the beginning of World War I to the end of World War II, it's something like over 1 million people, soldiers, sailors and Air Force, have been killed fighting for this country, for the freedom of this country. From the end of World War II until present, over 7,000 have died in conflicts trying to keep this country free and, for the future of everybody, including our children.
Yeah.
That was rough.
And I've heard from friends that have been in Afghanistan and Iraq too, sometimes what they think about. But to hear them, it makes you rethink too sometimes what you're thinking about during that silence.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about?
Yep.
When you take a moment of silence? Because what they're thinking about is not what you're thinking about. And that's why the respect is there. That is some hardcore stuff, right? That's the nicest way to put it. That is why the respect is there. And their lives are never the same again. No. And they didn't have to do that. I mean, some were drafted, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be haters watching this video, haters commenting this video, people anti-military. And
yes.
Where would you be, though? Would you be safe without them? No, you wouldn't be. But you know what? They fight and they literally put their lives on line and die for you to be able to say what you want to say in a lot of countries, not everywhere.
Right.
And you owe them a debt. We all do. The least we can do is say thank you. That's the least we can do. And again,
so thank you.
Yeah, and it means a lot. It's not just saying it to say it. There's meaning behind that. And I'm not gonna say I hope you enjoyed this episode, but I hope that maybe this, for some people, maybe it opened your eyes. For others, maybe it made you feel appreciated. For some, maybe you learned some stuff like we did. I'm glad we did this. It was a harder one. And, we're going to be following up this episode with another one on Sunday for Remembrance Sunday. Now we'll pre-record that because it is my birthday. So, I don't know what to say other than the whole Poppy display at the Tower of London was just so respectful, so freaking well done again, UK.
Incredible.
And that's something I won't forget. And I'm going to share this with a lot of my friends here. And I think they'll be very moved by it as well.
So this Remembrance Day, you know, remember those that did give their lives and those that have served, men, women, even their families that were involved.
Absolutely.
Think about that. Do something nice, do something kind for someone else. You know, pass on a smile if that's all you have to give. That goes a long way too.
No, absolutely. It can change the course of an entire day.
It can.
And so we hope you accept our smile, and we thank you for watching, and we thank you for your support. And yeah, just thank you for your respect. And I hope that you feel it. We really hope that you always feel ours right back.
Absolutely.
We mean nothing else but respect. So thank you all for watching. We'll be back with you on Sunday. And until then, we'll see you. Make sure you love life, jazz.
And be as strong as Tyson.
Bye, guys.
Bye.